Going live.
Oh dear.
Hello and welcome everybody to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will, I'm your host for tonight, but not your GM, as that is down to the lovely Mythomatic above my face right now. Tonight we're playing Stars Without Number. This is the second episode of this campaign. Myth, do you wanna take over, my friend, with what's going on tonight?
Surely. Does anybody remember what happened last game?
No, I remember nothing.
Okay.
All I remember.
He probably does remember, he's just not that smart, so...
Yeah, it's true. He's just in character. R-Dash, do you remember what happened? Or Colin?
Yeah. We had to go to Scorpa. We were called in. And
by Mutton Jack.
Stuff happened.
By the pork chop guy.
Muffin Jack.
By Mr. Pork Chop.
Yep.
By the Muffin Man.
Chop.
He lives on
And,
Drury Lane, I seem to remember.
Yes, well, stuff happened.
We
Yes,
got
alright.
off the ship. We trying to get on our new ship called Solace. We went to meet a guy called Yod. I believe
It's not
his name.
new, and
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
our ship, really.
It's-
Yod
It
Farouk.
belongs
we
to
have,
us.
we
Well,
have
the,
been sent to repossess a ship.
100%.
Yeah, you guys were sent by Mutton Jack, who is he's a contact on Dracona. You can find out a little more later. He told you guys to go to Scorpa, and he has a ship that hasn't paid their rent in a while. He wants you guys to go and repossess it. And then once you do, by repossessing it, you are accepting a new contract for your own lease. You guys were all called in pretty much just, he sent it out as a message. No one got into contact with you except for Mutton Jack. You guys are probably hours into knowing each other. And then you guys met a man named Yod Farouk, who was your contact on Scorpa, and he was on the one of the platform stations that hover over the entire junk planet of Scorpa. And he taxied you guys in a very dangerous taxi ride to the surface.
We nearly died.
You guys, you guys were in a free fall for a bit.
Yeah.
Took you down to some junk cave that he thinks that he's like, all right, we gotta go now. And he dropped you guys off. And he's like, I expect payment now or later. What should I do? Is you guys said later, and then you guys turned and walked away. He goes, okay, and he started beating the taxi, and the taxi somehow kicked to life, and he flew away. And that was the last time you saw Yod Farouk, leaving you guys
in a junkyard.
in a junkyard.
By the by the hearts, something hearts.
Scorpion hearts.
By the way, Jimmy
Scorpion
Jojo
Hearts,
says,
yes.
I heard there would be pirates, space pirates in this stream, so
That maybe
We have
there
a
were
request.
space pirates last stream.
Yeah, they were
That
last
we,
week.
there were space pirates.
that they
Blew them
fought
up.
off. These guys, who knows if they will turn into space pirates? But this is their first day with their new ship. Sorry,
Hasn't gone to plan so far.
Day one on
So-
the ship.
so-
It's kind of cold on here.
We're out of Rome.
That's good.
Yeah.
Why
So
is the rum
yeah,
always
we
cold?
yes, always. So yeah, we wandered into scrapyard as such. Met the man who was the current captain of the
Whose
ship.
name escapes me, but it was cool.
Phineas.
Phineas.
Phineas. Yeah,
Was Phineas was the man that you guys?
it
yeah.
was.
Phineas,
And
the Irish
he had
space
a-
pirate.
Yes, he had a small crew, and the crew he had a couple of men who were armed, and the rest were actually doing work on the ship. And that was all we really saw. So we tried to talk him into handing the ship over. Things got a little bit heated.
Was he wasn't good? Okay, take the ship.
See, that brings a lot more context to the situation because I guess I don't know. I hadn't been fully. I don't know if I had missed why we were getting the ship, but I had just figured, oh, all right, we're here to get the ship.
Yeah, no, Grog
You're
just
excited.
certainly I and Grog just assumed it was just a simple pickup job.
Yeah, that's what we all had figured. And then they were like,
Yeah.
no, get out, this is our ship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We were
they They sort of
We have
they
papers.
sort of said that unfortunately it's been very difficult to get payment of late, which they in the past Martin Jack has been more accommodating, and they said, you know, we will pay him, we've got the payment, we're going to sort it out, but we've got to get the ship sort of fixed.
And-
So there were a couple of guys doing a bit of a DIY job on the
Right.
outside of the ship.
And
Things
in
got
fact,
very violent.
they had said that they sent payment to Mutton Jack. So I don't know if he's double dipping,
Yeah,
or
he's
maybe
double
they were
dipping.
just maybe they just lied and said, "Oh yeah, we paid him," and so go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Wasn't really sure. Couldn't find out.
Yeah, so
as
we
I
don't know.
decided to see if someone would answer a grenade as if it was a phone. Lots of people died.
they did.
Yeah, one of
Almost,
them.
yeah.
One of them just was like, yeah.
Exploded.
And we also had the psychic of our group, who is played by Colin, and the name of which I've completely forgotten. I do apologize.
That's our dad.
Ardash, that's it.
Yeah.
Ardash managed to place a grenade on a hydrogen fuel tanker, which
Always a good idea.
made quite a boom.
While
Going to that.
while Grog and Phineas were like shooting at each other
Yeah.
point blank
Yeah,
range
point
and
blank
missing one
missing one
another,
another.
like just like some
Every time
It wasn't
he
even
shoots
that.
our
No, it
dogs,
was
Yeah.
Phineas was shooting him, and Grog was just swinging a 2-meter long great
Yeah.
sword at this
Around.
guy.
So
and
yeah,
I accidentally shot
Vox,
Vo-
yeah, you
Vox
shot me.
right in the back. Some-
Right where
Literally,
it
as I
was.
was about to loose an arrow, you were just like,
Yeah.
"Oh!" And you weren't aiming at me, but you did accidentally.
We don't know yet.
I mean,
but no, for the moment, I totally was not aiming for you.
And
That's the official
yeah,
line.
well, it's I don't actually know that you shot me.
Yeah.
I've assumed it was
Jeez.
Phineas.
Came out of
Like,
nowhere.
oh, what a
you're like, wait.
me and you just standing next to each other on the bridge, just like, what a dick that guy was. Just like, yeah, yeah.
So,
And-
so the guy that escaped your grenade ran up where I was hiding. So Ardash is very, she's not a hand-to-hand combat kind of person or anything like that, and she's very flighty. So quick thinking, yeah, she just slapped a plasma grenade to a barrel of sulfur and just bounced.
hydrogen.
Or hydrogen, yeah.
So
And,
going to that, actually, the explosion was actually. Sorry, you can talk about your explosion, and then I'll interrupt that.
yeah, oh yeah. So, well, I was just gonna wrap up and just say it exploded, and many died, but they all ran. It was kind of like, so as like if it's a plasma grenade, you have like 7 seconds. So they all kind of saw me do it, and then it just went run. So we ran to Solace, the ship, and there was a huge explosion.
Grog
And,
caught
we
fire.
got on to- Yep.
Yeah, my back.
But
completely.
just sort of stood there and was like, I am on fire. I did nothing about it.
Well,
it's-
hydrogen
it's-
liquid hydrogen actually explodes in frost. So just take everything that happened last week with that huge explosion, and just picture it as frost. So yeah, there was a
cold. I thought it was hot.
a man. Yeah, you're getting sort of frosted. Well, it was frostbite. You were feeling it. Really, it was so cold it was warm. There was also a man who crawled up onto your ship as the bay door was closing. His welding mask was fused to his face, and it's definitely there was a frost caked on, and with that, I believe. Do you remember what happened there, Vox?
Yeah, so he asked for mercy and for help.
Do you remember how you
I told
brutally
him
murdered this man?
he didn't have
Bell?
a ticket, so I
No, it
told him
was,
he didn't have a
Ardash.
ticket. And Ardash then shot him in the head as I was clearly not.
Yep.
I was playing with my food.
Yeah.
And yeah,
As
that
he's
was,
begging for mercy.
Yep.
Yeah,
and then,
I know.
And then Grog went downstairs, or Grog, you guys went to explore the ship, and then Grog went downstairs and noticed a door. That panel was broken, and the light wasn't on, and it worked fine. Door opened up, and there was an elevator down to the engine room, and the engine room opens up, and that's where he's found. Do you remember what you found? Do you remember what you?
I found some kind of big robot toy thing.
Me.
Yes, he found Sal, our android character, who
He
was played by
turned
Chet.
all the power off. I don't.
Resident android.
Turned all the juice.
Yes.
It's all gone.
So currently Vox
It's all
is in
gone.
the gun. R-Dash is on the bridge, trying to get the ship off the floor. It's
Yeah,
kind of. It got about a meter off the floor, and then the power went out from the engine, from the engines, and it landed on the floor again. Grog is with the Sal, the cyborg, and Sal is doesn't seem to want the ship to go anywhere just yet. But the previous crew apparently didn't know he was on board. They simply just assumed the engines never stopped working. He's been maintaining the ship despite never having met a single member of the crew.
Yep. So,
Jimmy Jojo
and
asks if you're streaming from your kitchen, which is a yes, I believe.
me? Yes, I am.
The best place to roleplay from.
Is right next to the fridge.
Near to all
Yes,
sources
exactly.
of food.
So yeah. What else?
Brilliant.
And the guy on the block is Chet.
So yeah, he'll be on momentarily as well.
Yeah, I'll be on shortly.
Yeah. So what happened there? So you guys met Sal, and then the ship hummed to life, and then Sal, you hurried over to, or Grog, you remember this robot that you just met, ran over to, it looked like a breaker switch, and he pulled a couple cables, and then he pulled a breaker, and then the ship just goes, and then it lands flat on the ground, and that is where we left off.
Okay,
We were
cool.
kind of like left, kind of stunned, going, and then he had like this, I guess as much as a panicked expression. Well, does Sal have servos to express emotion on this husk of his, or is that an upgrade for maybe? Later?
That's an up. Emotions are an up, or at least expressions are an upgrade for later.
Okay. So
Right now
yeah,
he's just kind of
this stone
deadpan.
face. Yeah, this deadpan. It actually literally is a pan. It's a frying pan.
It's
is
a
the
frying
face.
pan.
Yeah, but this deadpan face just kind of
Quite hungry.
and then just kind of like looks up at you as the ship, and he says, "We cannot take off yet."
Right,
And that is where we'll start today.
Why can't we turn on the ship? I want to go.
I'm afraid the ship cannot go anywhere at this current state.
Why is that?
You see, I like walk over to the breaker switch and like start pointing to all of these different lights.
Push the red
Explaining-
one. That'll go on.
The red one will not turn on. Red means that it is currently not functioning.
Push the green
I
one.
must go
then.
up to the bridge. I must go up to the bridge and correct. I go to like leave
Okay.
and like start to kind of like I almost grab his hand like I'm just gonna hold it like a child would to like bring you somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I, please accompany me to the bridge.
it's kind of cold, but okay. What's your name?
And,
I've forgotten it since
I-
last.
I am sentient android 50.
Since 3 minutes ago.
What can I call you?
My creator called me Sal for the abbreviation of my name. Sentient, android, SA, and 50 is L in Roman numerals.
Yeah.
Sal.
Okay. So let's go to the green button then, and we'll turn it on and fly away.
I just kind of like pull him over to the elevator, and I have to
Elevator
like
music
push the
plays.
door. I have to like push the door closed.
For like 2 seconds,
can
because you're
kind of-
going up.
Yeah, you can hear like faint elevator music from the entrance. Just
I like this one.
Does Sal do
Sal-
the elevator music? I
Yeah,
feel
Sal
like
opens
it
up a
only
hatch.
works if he's in.
He's got like a cassette
Sal-
player in there.
Sal absolutely appreciates the elevator music.
Wally.
And once we get to the top floor, I just start walking. I almost forget about Grog.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
And just
I
start
hold
going
out my hand
to
for
the
you to take
bridge.
it again. He's like a puppy.
As I'm like halfway down the hall, I pause, turn around, see that he's waiting, nod, then move back to him, take his hand to pull him to the bridge
Okay.
where Colin is.
Dash. You're right, Dash. You should.
Vox, what are you doing this whole time?
Excuse
Vox
me,
is
miss.
getting a climate.
I'm just like frantically pushing buttons and moving levers.
What was Vox doing? I'm sorry.
Sorry, Vox is literally... Is the gun operational at the moment?
The gun is you can
Just firing
nothing is
No,
operational.
the whole
The power is currently offline.
the main breaker has been turned off.
You sat down in it, and the chair started to swivel.
Highway. Totally fine.
What's that? What's going
Road
on?
rage. That's road rage. So
Fuck out of the road!
that's it. So
If
you
the-
sat in the turret, and it started to swivel, and you're like, yeah, and then it goes, and it stops swiveling.
Oh.
Does it have any manual controls? Like, if, for example, like if the ship power goes off, is it, first of all, it's a laser turret, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
yes,
pretty-
I believe it is.
Yeah, okay, right, so I suppose it won't be, it doesn't have, because in my mind, like, it being, how new a ship is Solace? Is it a bit of a...
Solace has been around for a while.
Yeah.
It's got a
She's a bit
had
of
a,
she's been round.
yeah, she's been around. She's kind of the galaxy bicycle. Everybody's had a ride. Oh, so
What was so many noises? Just,
so much better. Yeah, it's a multifocal laser. It's actually in
Cool.
your handouts. Is all of her stats.
Ah,
Stats.
right, okay.
It's stats.
I was going to ask, does it have like a manual aiming sort of capacity? Like, you know, you'd have like a cranks
Like
on
power
like
steering?
World War II style of... Yeah, well, no,
Yeah.
but you know, like you got cranks on World War II guns,
There's
sort of like that, where you
There
can move
is-
it around.
There's some you can actually. Sal knows more about the ship.
it's almost like a gyroscope, where however you kind of manipulate your body, it'll go to where you need to aim, and there is assisted aiming when the power is on.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
because it's a laser, it's powered by the ship's battery, and right now that's turned off.
Yeah, no, I'm fully aware that the weapon won't work. But
There's a crank to swivel your chair. It's very hard,
Mm.
but to move the weapon,
Yeah.
you can try to like maybe hold the weapon's steering and then try to just like push the side of the
There's
wall
almost-
and try to see if you can. It would be a strength check to do it manually with gravity on a planet. If you were in space, it'd probably be a lot easier to do it manually.
Yeah, okay. That was
but right
literally
now it's-
like the first bit, because I'm in my mind like,
Yeah.
yeah, I have reasons. Obviously, it won't work, but if you need to go dark and then like,
Yeah.
for
In
any
space,
reason,
it'll
for
probably
like
work.
stealthing it, but still being able to target anything.
Guys,
Cool,
Sorry,
okay.
sorry to interrupt all your fiddlings and all that, guys, but there's a robot. It's called Sally.
Sal is correct.
Yeah, guys. Hey, guys.
Um,
People
Are
have gotten
you,
so
uh,
used to like phasing me out of like of conversation because I'm just talking rubbish all the time. I'm like waving at them.
I'm still like looking around and I go, that's good, Grog.
Guys, it's a real life robot here. I'm not even joking this time. It's a real
I've
one.
known you for 2
As-
hours now, and I know to just drown you out.
As Ardash is like kind of shrugging him off, I go and tap her on the shoulder, like very
Okay.
gently, and go, "Excuse me, miss, I will have to take your seat."
You have an unnatural finger tap, kind of just poking your shoulder. It's not really. It's a much harder than you're used to, and it kind of like hurts a little.
Yeah.
Like,
so
ah.
so she turns around and she just sees this
It's not like it's just.
robotic claw, and she
Is it the claw hand or the digital hand?
It's the claw hand.
yeah. So I just like and like I fall out of the chair and I pull my pistol, like I'm just on the ground.
Don't worry, guys. Just come to press the green button.
There's no cause for alarm. I merely need to fix the ship before we can take off. Are you the new captain?
I go, yep. Yes, yep. The whole time.
I love how Sal just assumes that it's just like, "Hi, you're the new captain," because this is what happens with all ships. There's just the crew leaves and then a new one comes in.
Yeah.
It's just like you're not the one I saw before. Like
Yeah.
Oh, you must have been promoted.
Yeah, exactly.
And so Ardash is kind of just assuming, and she just goes, and this is my crew. We're here to fly this now.
Yeah, sure. If you could turn on the green button, we'd like to fly away, Mr. Robot.
I'm afraid it's much more simple than pressing a mere button. I go and sit in the chair, and I like start flipping a couple switches, and the chair kind of flips back almost on its like when you make a seat lay all the way back in the car.
Yeah.
It almost does that, like, kind of hisses lower to the ground.
Yeah.
And I like go under the dashboard and start like very quickly, like it's almost like my hands are like blurry, like just playing with wire.
Yeah.
Is it going to
You've
take
got
long because the
your claw
microwave's
hand.
not on?
Your claw hand is just holding wires as your other one is like pulling them out and like putting them in. It's just going, trying to find the right one with your magic fingers, and then your claw hand is just like very slow and cumbersome, and you're like.
And as they're watching me do this, like parts of the ship are just reacting in whatever way. Like the lights are like flashing on, like the wind, like in a cartoon, how like the windshield wipers will like just go on, a parachute pops out, like airbags, like all that jazz, like random
Yeah,
ship
it's
happenings.
like pre-flight checks, but much more hands-on. Like everything actually activates as opposed to like it just simulating it.
There's not a checklist
Yeah.
to go through. He's just does all of this every time. He's like, oh, well, I gotta go do the whole, like, there's not, like, you don't follow a checklist and be like, oh, okay, that's happening, this is happening. He's actually the checklist. He does it all, and then he's
I was
like,
gonna say,
Manually checking everything.
yeah.
Is Vox in the room or
no,
not
Vox is
elsewhere?
up on the gun on the turret, which is in a
Alright.
separate part of the
I-
ship.
I-
So I've
I'll
got
go
no
up
idea what's
there.
going on.
I'll go
Well,
up
you
there
heard
watch
from the
it.
ladder, behind you. You heard some voices, and
Do we
Grog
have
said something
like
about a robot.
a walkie-talkie
And I
system on
completely
the ship?
ignored it because it was Grog. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just
Grog
like,
was saying something about a robot.
Do we
No
have
one
like
else-
a comm system on the ship, like you can like pick up a walkie-talkie and like talk into it? So
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
already
they're,
checked it, and that was when it wasn't working, when the power was off. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm just sort of
Vox,
tinkering.
Hello, 1, 2, Vox, testing. Come in, Roger.
I sigh.
like-
and I
You just hear the only voice you hear, or the only reverberation that you hear from your own voice, Grog, is the one just bouncing back off the wall. From
I keep
There's
trying.
There's no speakers on.
I take the comm, like it's like a little earpiece.
Yeah.
I take the comm off of the dashboard, just kind of like tap it once and then hand it to him, like from underneath
Thank you.
like just my hands pop out.
Cool. I take it and try again. Or Vox, hello. Anybody home?
Did you just
Can,
fix it, Sal?
What's that?
Did you just turn the thing on? I was paying attention. Sorry.
I turned comms on for him.
Okay, yeah. So as you're still talking, it goes, and then you hear kind of like a megaphone when you press the button. It goes. That's what happens, and then it screeches a little, and then everybody can hear the booming voice of
Hello, everybody. 1, 2,
the very high,
Rob
the very
here
high
on the
treble
radio,
of
coming at you live.
exactly.
Hey, Ronan, how's it going, buddy? But yeah, so Vox, are you there? I request your face.
The word you are looking for is presence.
Yeah.
I look for
Preeminence.
like a way to respond. Like, is there? I presume like there will be some kind of
Internal
way of
screaming
responding.
is the only one that you can come up with.
Yes. I reach for a headset, put it on, and bring down the boom mic.
Okay.
Headphones.
Okay.
You can hear and respond from the comm pad in
Yeah, all comms
in
are
the
on.
guns. Yeah. So
Oh, cool.
there's like a little interactive or like a little squawk box in every pretty much every room of the
Okay, cool.
Solace.
Cool. In which case, I sort of say, well, either you've just become a sentient ship, or I'm presuming that you have turned on the communications.
Yeah, I'm not a sentinel, but I do have a robot down here, and it is fixing the green button, and it's going to turn it on, and then we're going to get the juice and fly.
I sigh to myself and I say, oh god, the man's found an electric screwdriver. I'm like utterly convinced that that's all you've got. You've just found a
God.
screwdriver and you're like, I'm like, oh god.
Just
So,
breaking stuff.
I say,
So I go over to Sal and I just start probing and asking questions. I just want to ask Sal. So do you know much about the last people who captained this ship.
Not personally. I will say, however, that they kept the ship quite clean. And in my time with them, I barely needed to do any work on the actual engines, which is my true job.
Okay, and I go, oh, good. Well, keep working hard. And I go over to the box, and I go to the box to speak to Vox, and then I put on some socks.
Today on VoxBox.
So I just go over to him and I go, Vox, just be on the lookout in case we have some company. And then I go away.
Is the gun operational yet, or
Sonic.
is it?
That's-
Sort of, I imagine at some point, like it clicked
And then
on.
I run over to Sal and ask, so how are the weapons on this ship?
I come out from under the dashboard and like close everything up and make it look nice. And as I stand up next to the console and flip a little thing up, and you see a bunch of green lights on. One in like the middle is not on; it's still red. Everything else is green. And I say, weapon systems are not currently operational, for the main breaker is still off, but they will be operational as soon as it is on. Are we in battle?
Are
Not
we
planning
reached the
on
battle
it.
at?
No, everything's fine. Just here, I'm just a gun fanatic, and I just love knowing about ships.
Alright, but I've been told to look out for the dash, so don't be shooting no guns round on this ship, sir, because it's against regulations of intergalactic federal law or something like that. Probably.
Nope, just
That is absolutely correct.
Yeah, well, I'm correct.
It's just
see?
like-
my eyes widen. Thank you. Yes, I am right.
Oh.
Oh.
So I go, like, just so fed up. I'm like, of course not. Not gonna do anything. And then I just go over and I sit in the passenger seat, and I'm like, oh god. So I'm like, all right, let's take off now. Go up, shoot, zoom. How do you start this thing? And then I start pressing buttons again.
It's the green
You
one.
are the
want-
captain.
You want the green one. That'll turn it on.
You are the captain. I will return down to the breaker room. If you require
Okay.
any more assistance, please let me know.
And
Wait,
then
wait,
I-
don't
Captain
break
X.
it. Don't go.
I just want to start.
Don't go.
And then I-
Don't go to the
and then I
break
hit
room.
the-
It'll break it.
And I hit the big green button as I'm kind of like frustrated, and I just see it, and I just go, I just wanted to start, and I hit the big green button.
Boom.
The
Weird.
iris actually on the center console of the between the two seats, whether it's the pilot or the co-pilot, who knows? Because we're playing with we're playing in a universal ship here. But anyway, there is it's kind of a globe. It asks one of the ship's monitor in front of you says, "Please input fingerprint analysis. Must calibrate new owner." And it says, "Please put hand on ship's eye." Yeah. So it's like right between the two. There's that globe. You can see it's also actually on it's on the overlay.
Yeah, I
that
see it.
little
I'm looking
little
right at it.
glass ball. Yeah, that's boop.
I go.
It lights
I-
up for a minute, and then it goes calibrating complete. What were you saying?
Oh, did Colin do it?
Yeah. Did you want to stop him from doing it?
Oh, I was going to say, please allow me, and just kind of take out like a glove with like a big handprint on it.
Okay. Just like hold on, and just like put the silicone just finish of a
Okay,
human
that's-
hand.
Yeah,
I
just kind of like
Okay. Just like this jelly flopping hand. You just go. Beep, beep.
that's okay.
Uh,
Colin. No, Colin can do it. That's cool.
Okay. Yeah. It.
Is there like a glove maybe I like have to wear in order to pilot?
No, it just needs your
the ship or
fingerprints
something? Okay.
Yeah,
to
just
start
needs
it.
to know who you are.
All right. It's like my
keep them
iPhone.
theft. Right.
Yeah. All right, that's cool.
So yeah, does the ship hum to life, or are you going downstairs to turn the engines on?
I'm going downstairs to turn main power onto the engines, and then we can
Okay.
leave.
Sure. So a couple moments later, footsteps clang down the hall, and you hear the elevator hum to life as it goes down the stairs, and then the engines turn on.
Ooh, it's got juice again.
And
I
you feel
I
the whole
use
ship
comm-
kind of rumble a little bit. It's a little, you guys all get butterflies because you're in this new ship. And I'm not sure how you guys feel about flight. Ardash, what do you feel like? How do you feel about flying a ship by yourself? Because it seems like you are the one just going to do it.
Gets excited for a different reason because of the hum of the ship. She's like, no, but she's very young and she's never flown before.
So fast.
So
what better place than Scorpa?
Yeah, so she
highly magnetic.
But she's been on so many ships that she's kind of always just been watching people fly and like wanting to. So she's very eager, although she's never flown before.
Okay. I don't know if anybody else can. Do you have a window open, Chet?
No, I don't.
Okay. Does anybody have any sort of flight skill? I don't think anybody does.
I've flown a lot, but I have never piloted or captained a ship.
Let's see what you have. What skills you have?
I don't think I do. Actually, I might, but
survival, culture. You know, any sort of. What is this? This is probably tech astronautic. No, I know someone has tech astronautic. I think it's Sal. I think it's you. Oh yeah, you don't have your feet in front of you. Yeah, you could assist if you want from the engine room. Do you want to try that? And then I guess Ardash will just, unless you want to actually fly it, it's up to you.
No, I call up from the engine room.
Mm-hmm.
Is everything all right? I realize that we have not taken off yet.
I go,
just kind of like,
just working out the kinks. And,
I do not understand. All kinks should have been worked out in the pretest.
Nice.
I go, there's just a calibration ish. The longitudes, you know, and then I just mute the communicator.
You hear like clanking from below, and then the elevator start.
Okay.
And I walk up, and I walk into the bridge. I'm afraid the communicator was turned off. You may have pressed the wrong button. Allow me to assist.
It was just the mute button. Boop. All fixed. Silly.
No, exactly. Like, I pressed the mute button. There you are. This is the mute button. This is the button you use to talk. Please, continue. I, go to walk back. I, walk back to the elevator and go back downstairs.
Okay.
Back to the breaker room.
And then, so I'm, making sure nobody's around. I'd like to hear me, and I just go, I go, Sal, could you, please take us off? I'm like, just get us out of here. And I'm like...
I, press the you hear, a big, on the comm button. It's like, of course, I would be happy to help you take off. And I, very loudly.
Yeah.
And then you hear clank, 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 elevator.
Assisting in takeoff.
And I just kind of walk up and sit next to her in the, side seat and go, what is it that I can assist you with your takeoff?
I go, which way's up? And I'm, pulling the lever, the throttle that's, not even,
This is it? This is it, right?
I just kind of spin my seat around a couple times and press buttons very quickly.
Okay. Sal, do you want to make? Actually, I'll do it for you. Sal, I'm gonna roll a skill for you here. I'm gonna roll your tech astronautic. So it's 2d6 plus 1 for those of you who don't know the rules or do not remember that. So yeah, 2d6 plus 1. If I get above an 8, I succeed. I got an 11. So yeah. Sal, you are going to help assist with this co-pilot. Sal, how do you assist?
As I'm pressing all these buttons, I'm relaying the information on how to do it just as fast as I'm pressing these buttons. So it's absolutely nothing she could comprehend.
Yeah.
It's something on fast forward.
Okay.
But also watching something on fast forward, and I pause for a minute to look at her, realize that she's human, and reset everything, and then start to explain it to her very slowly while walking through it.
In the
Like
most
all-
patronizing fashion.
Yeah.
Just,
Thank you very much.
Yeah, like
hello, human monkey.
like
Yeah.
not meaning to
And I'm
be
like-
insulting in any way, just like I shall go slower for you and go
Like-
like obscenely slow.
You're like going through like these
Yeah.
instructions that are just like,
Yeah.
I will put it in slow motion for you.
Okay, so Ardash, you can go ahead and make your piloting check. I'm going to say that Sal, you lifted the ship up.
Yep,
So you're up in the air,
I got it up.
and nice, good for you. Hey, and yeah, Colin, do you want to roll your skill here? Tech astronautics. He's muted. Great.
Sorry.
So yeah,
Sorry, guys.
that's okay. I will roll it for him. So yeah, this is back. You back?
Yeah, let's.
okay.
I'll roll for.
Yeah, 2d6 plus whatever your skill is. I don't think you have it even in your.
No, it's probably minus.
It's probably
two,
minus. Yeah, I think it's actually -1.
Minus
I think
one,
I was going.
yeah.
I think I was going two not so before. Yeah, so -1 if you don't have it, which you do not. Oh, you have a 0.
Oh, do I? Oh.
Yeah, so that's fine. So you're at a 7. So are you trying to get out into orbit, or are you where do you want to go from here?
Yeah, I kind of just want to do like a swoop over to see.
Actually,
like,
you have a-
if
you
we're
have-
in danger.
You have a +1 because you've been assisted by Sal. So you actually, with that +1,
Hey, Core.
yes. So
Let me just roll
We
again.
just pulled in, so I'm gonna run inside and hop on my computer,
Okay.
and I'll be on in like 5 minutes.
okay, keep your phone out so we don't lose the feed of your thing.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So
You want me to roll again?
yeah, I need to have you roll 2 more times actually because of the gravity of this planet. So what you do is you lift off and you probably glide maybe about a couple hundred feet or a couple, maybe let's just make it easy, a couple hundred meters, and that's when it starts to you hit a one of the quakes in the ground.
Right.
You kind of fly over that, and you can definitely feel why there are so many ships crashed around here.
Right.
The ship lurches towards the
Trying to get-
ground.
get
You
used
pull
to it.
yourself up. Sal helps you as well. Make another check.
Hi, sorry. Check.
Yeah, make another one. Yeah, another pilot. Okay, great. I'm gonna roll one for Sal as well here. All right. Yeah, he assists you again, so you make it. You guys are probably at this point. You guys are about in the. You guys recover, and then you kind of just pitch up, and you start heading towards the clouds. And that's right past the clouds is when you get another quake, which means another. You hit another magnetic field, and it starts to pull you towards the ground again. I need you to make one more save here. You get a +1 because of Sal, so that gives you a +7. You are unfortunately careening towards you seem to not. You can't level out. You start to free fall,
Oh,
and the
God.
ship starts to get pulled, and it's starting to spin sideways. Yeah, your levels are tipping towards port side.
Robot, what is going on?
Everybody on the ship, the gravity on the G's suddenly shift. You guys were making good time. The G's shift. Those of you who are in the turret, Vox, I believe you still were. It levels out because it's the gyroscope, so you're fine. You just know that the ship is turning, and you're just like still like the ship's turning around the
Yeah.
gyroscope. So you're
Vox, I'm gonna say,
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
everything's
Vox
just like-
basically noticed that there was a gyroscope, noticed that we didn't have a good pilot, and was just like,
yeah. And you're like, oh boy, this isn't good. So but Vox,
Gyroscope time.
Yeah, you're like
Vox,
thinking about it. Who's flying this?
yeah, Grog, you. I'm not sure if
Is
you're
it the
holding on to
teenage
anything.
girl?
I'm not sure if you're holding on to anything, but the ship lurches sideways, and you start to struggle. And do you fall into something? Are you leaning up against something? Are you holding on to something? Because this whole thing just went and like drinks that were out from the last crew start to spill. Loose baggage and things are flipping around. What do you?
I imagine Grog is fairly used to a very rough flight. He's been through some scrapes in the past, so he's kind of like everything else is moving around him. He's just standing still. Like, what's going on? What's
Okay.
Flight properly?
Yeah, you're already holding on. You're used to people just crashing. So yeah, make one more. Another one of these. No, I've got some feedback here. What's going on? Make another one of your checks here. Another pilot check, Ardash.
All right.
Marvelous.
Pulls right out of this.
Yeah, you pull right out of it, and then you actually hit a magnetic field that doesn't pull you towards the ground. It actually is reverse, yeah, and just kind of like launches you very.
And I'm just like turning
sort of backwards. You're facing actually, yeah. It tips tips Solace to look at the planet, and you're kind of upside down, but you're just like going backwards. And then and then you start to. Yeah, and then you start to level out, and Sal is like, "There we go, success." And then he just stands up and walks towards the engine.
And
another successful takeoff.
I just go, "I did it!"
Yeah, you did it. Definitely not all the robot.
You guys hear you hear some other generators kick on. The lights flash that say turning on gravity. You guys float for a minute, and then the gravity starts to kick in, and then the artificial gravity, and you guys clang back onto the floor. So yeah, you guys are in space. It is your first setting out into space. What do you guys do? You've got this guy on Dracona who you may want to either get in touch with or don't. What is your first thoughts here?
Guys, what is the plan now that we run this place in the ship?
Yeah, we have to settle our debt with, or rather retrieve our contract on Dracona from Mutt and Jack. So I kind of put Sal on autopilot to
Sal's the engine.
Wait,
you can do it. You can do an autopilot. He just stood up and went, another success, and then he walked away.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I just put it on autopilot.
I will retire into my quarters. Yeah, for just tooling around. You just kind of.
Yeah.
Are you going to just point it towards Dracona and just like whatever?
Yeah. I put it in the direction.
Make a navigations roll. This skill you have.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't have navigation as a skill.
Yeah, so you have -1.
Okay, damn.
Unless, Hank, what I was gonna do, I was gonna call. All right, so I haven't put it on autopilot yet.
Okay.
I was gonna get in touch with Mutt and Jack.
Okay. We're in the same system. You guys, you're not light years away. So yeah, you guys can do an instant call and comms to people who are in the same system. But if you're outside of different systems, it's going to be different. Yeah, because it's light years and
then you have to what would you have to go somewhere?
You would have to have
a specific
No, you would have to have somebody transport the message. Because,
right. Okay.
Yeah, because
Korea.
I think the only thing that Korea will do it. No, the only way you can transfer from system to system is by post or
cool.
and somebody has to couriers will have to deliver it. Yeah. So you call on your comms, your wristwatch, your iWatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a little hologram pops up, or not a hologram, but a video feed of Mutt and Jack pops up. Hey there.
He's in yours.
Ardash. How are you?
Good. I'm good. I'm just piloting the ship that you sent us after.
Oh, you're at Solace? Oh, it's so good. I'm so happy for you.
Hello, Mr. Pork Chops. How is it going?
Who's that? Is that Grog? Is that?
Yes,
Hey, Groggy! Grog.
And I'm like, I put my wrist back and like, hey. I'm like,
Yeah,
how are
it's
you?
kind of just show him off.
Yeah.
And
Hey, you were so successful. You guys got rid of him. How would you do? Did you kill him? Did you tell them they didn't give him up? They didn't give up the ship, did
They
they?
were breaking the law,
I-
so we tried to arrest them, but then they blowed up.
Oh,
I go, yeah, there was an accident, so but we have your
Yeah,
ship.
you put the grenade in
tack-
the fuel cell
Yeah,
and it blew up.
yeah, it was an accident.
They all died
Like I
really
said.
horribly. Then this one guy crawled on the ship and then shot him in. Oh, they shot him in the face. It was kind of cool.
nice. Well, very cool. I'm proud of you. That's why I hired you guys. I knew you guys would get the job done. So you're here to discuss payment, or just wanted to say hi? What's happening?
Just
Well,
why?
we had a little trouble taking off, and I'm just a bit, and I like look around and just see space, and I'm like, we are facing I'd be able to see like the sun, right?
The North Star.
From like,
did you say what? Sorry, what'd you say?
I'd be able to see like the sun, right?
Yeah. There's the sun.
So I'm kind of like, yeah, we're flying toward the sun from Solace. Just want to double check and
Basically, we're lost.
make
Where are we
sure. Yep, we're lost. Like-
Okay. Well, are you facing?
Okay, so you're gonna use his. You want him? All right. So I'm gonna make a navigation roll for him.
Yeah.
So see if he can assist you here. 6. Yeah.
We have a chat back.
Hello.
Hey. Hello.
Just back.
Hello.
Videos are slightly messed up for a minute.
So yeah. Do you want me to pause?
No, carry on.
Keep going. All right. So while he fixes the, so yeah, we you didn't miss much. Ardash was successfully took off from the planet, and now they're trying to get to Dracona, and yeah. So yeah, he Mutton Jack kind of walks you through how to get to.
Are you facing east? I'm sorry. Are you facing Tandari 3, the star? All right. Then I'll go left. All right, left a little more. That's star right there. That's Dracona.
And
Okay.
yeah, and then exactly, and you kind of just, and then great. Do you want to make your now? You make a navigation check with +1.
Okay.
Okay, so
That's a
And I'm like, got it.
yeah,
you-
you tried the wrong one.
now you put it on autopilot. Now you can do whatever you were going to do. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's on autopilot, and I'll let you know what happens later.
That,
when
well,
you're
that's
like,
what I
You
was
fly
gonna
into
do.
the
I was-
asteroid field.
I'll let you know when we get there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, okie dokie. Go Dracona, and I just hit autopilot. But I'm still talking to Mutton Jack though, because I want to find out from him.
Xbox, go to Bing.
I
Solace,
asked
go
him.
to Dracona.
I asked him, who were those guys who were controlling your ship? They seemed really adamant that we not take it.
So you met Phineas in the gang, right?
I go, yeah, we
Yeah. He was
met.
a client of mine. He was supposed to pay up, and he never paid. I mean, this is what happens if you guys don't pay. You get 2 months, and then I come after you. It's really that simple.
Well,
Oh,
who's going to come
so-
after us because we're the ones what came after them, so we can't come after ourselves, can we?
And I kind of,
Well, then I guess I'll have to hire a new crew, right? You know, there are tons of people who are looking for a ship. You know that, right?
and I
like
go,
you
well,
guys.
you can bet your ass that we'll be able to pay on time. I just
I don't
was
know,
a
I've
little,
got no money.
I was just a little insulted that you were just working with such seedy people. I hope that we're not going to be encountering people like that through our whole
To our relationship?
relationship together.
This
I
guy's
mean,
clearly shady. I mean, he's got porks in his chops.
Yeah.
Definitely will.
And
yeah.
I mean, we're just we're business ventures.
Yeah,
We're
we all are.
professional.
Yeah, and so are they.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Well, I
Before
just
they
want to
got
let you know the
exploded.
other one, they pulled weapons on us. So I hope
Oh,
it wasn't
well, yeah.
something.
I mean, I didn't expect them to just give you the ship, unless they actually were like, okay, fine. I mean, I know Phineas is a hothead. I knew he was going to probably going to be it for them. So did he die, or did you guys is he locked up somewhere?
Got
And
exploded.
I just look at him and I go, "Oh, I killed him."
Oh,
And I was like, "And listen,
good. He had a gun.
I hope you don't think that we're going to be as lacking in payment as he is. You can trust us." But
Well, good. I mean, only time could really tell, you know. I mean, I did give you some time to. I mean, with the business deal being so generous, you guys have 2 months of repairs on me, so I don't have a chunk of change to throw at you, but you do get a ship, and also you don't have to. You got your maintenance fees are waived.
Right,
And,
so
just
where are we
send
going,
me the bill.
Mr. Pork Chops? Where is it we're headed to? And
well, we're headed to Dracona.
Dracona?
Well,
Okay.
if you're headed
Who
to
do you want us
Dracona,
to murder over there then? Because I don't know if I want to do it again.
I don't have anybody for you to murder, but you can try the Galactic Exchange Network. They'll have a lot of job postings there for freelance
That sounds a bit illegal, mister.
ship owners. It's not. Some of them are illegal, so you could try that.
So I kind of look back at him and I just say, "Well, we'll be heading to Dracona so we can sign all our papers and make this thing legit."
Oh yeah, that makes sense. You want to do that? I get it. You want it to be this makes sense. I get it.
And I go, "All right, you'll be hearing from us soon." And then
Okay.
I just
Bye,
I
bye,
use
mister.
communication.
Bye.
Oh,
Bye,
another-
wristman. Yeah. Oh, but I forgot to.
I forgot to tell you that when don't forget to.
Oh,
Okay.
I've forgotten.
All right. Vox, what are you up to? You are in space. The gyroscope,
Literally,
the gyro
like,
seats
if
that you are
could-
in actually reacts very well to
Yeah.
your handling. You're getting
If
like,
anyone,
you squeeze this
if
side.
anyone was looking up,
starts to-
all they'd see is the turret like spinning, like completely, like it's essentially like one of those ridiculous roller coaster rides
Yeah,
you get.
yeah, you just-
And I am literally, I've like basically like. I've got my foot on the control and I'm making it spin as fast as possible and I'm just going, woo! Just for no apparent reason
Okay.
other than this is like the first time I've been on a ship where I haven't essentially been confined to quarters and spent
Yeah.
all my time sort of studying someone I've been sent to kill. So I'm just like, I can dick around and just gone nuts.
So you guys are you guys are going to be in flight for about let's see here.
About approximately forever.
No, that's not right. I guess yeah, it'll be about 3 hours. For the next 3 hours, you guys are in. Actually, probably should another.
Cool.
dice.
I'm going to say like you
Yeah,
guys
8 hours until you get to.
Cool.
All right, till
yeah,
Dracona.
you guys see so you're like I presume you're doing what you're doing, busy sort of hitting random buttons pretending you know how to fly a ship, and
It's on
or not if you're I've forgotten your name, William
Grog.
Grog, that's it.
Pretty simple, must be
Um,
pretty dumb.
Yeah, I was gonna say, couldn't get much simpler, could it? Yeah. So I'm just sort of mucking around, and then suddenly there's like a burst of laser, and it just like goes straight across like the bow of the ship, like, and I suddenly realised I've accidentally like clipped the fire control, and I'm just like, oh.
Battle stations, everybody! Battle
I should-
stations! Battle stations!
I
We
should
are under
probably-
fire!
I should probably
repeat,
stop.
Oh my
we
God,
under
are we?
fire.
I was like
Everybody
sleeping.
stand to attention, meet me on the bridge for our counterattack, everybody, and I start running off.
Okay.
To the
And then I
bridge.
go onto the communications and I just go, Sal, please alert me when we're approaching Draconia.
So that we have On the ship, there is the whole navigations wing, and that's like the driver of the ship and everything is there. Also, at number 2 is the communications post. So that's got a bunch of monitors, screens with security cameras and things like that as well. It's just a separate room that it's just the way the ship is designed. They just can't put all of those in one room. But yeah, so for sending codes and things and communications between ship to other ship, the best place would be that number 2 area on the map. Yeah, number 1 is usually just where the flight computer is, things like that. So yeah, you guys, about 8 hours go by, and you guys are coming up onto Dracona. Sal, what have you been doing this whole time?
I'm wondering if Chet can hear us,
Chet, can you hear us?
It's like cutting in and out.
Yes.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, boy. Yeah, what have you been doing this whole time?
I've been down in the breaker room, just like hanging out. Like I've been working on my arm, and I go around, and I've been like just switching levers and stuff. I can like hear what they're talking about, but it all sounds just kind of typical to me.
I did give on the commune. I had asked you to let us know when we're approaching Dracona, so I can like sit back and try and land, because we're on autopilot right now.
Okay. So I'm like keeping an eye on like I have a small navigational center down there as well.
You have a radar. You probably have a radar in your head or something.
Yeah, like I'm like connected to the computer of the ship via cloud.
Yeah. So you guys are not doing much, just kind of tinkering and fiddling. I mean, time goes by really fast for you, considering you don't know what time is really.
Yeah.
Is
it sort of like one of those? Sal is connected to the net for when you're flying. We'll call it AirNet or Skynet. No, Skynet works. Yeah.
Yeah, Skynet.
He's just
yeah, where the
I'm connected to Sky Mall while we're flying.
Exactly, you're buying a lot of things. So you guys are coming up on the gray-blue marble of Dracona. A lot of ships in system. Is anybody in the nav or in the comms room, or is everybody just on the bridge looking out the window? Where is everybody at this
I'm
moment?
at the bridge currently because we're under attack.
I'm down in the breaker.
I'm making my way to the bridge to explain that I just fired the gun with my foot by accident.
Okay. So yeah, you guys. As you're walking by the comms room, Vox, you just see there's just a lot of ships in the area. On the map, there's a lot of blips of just when the throttle starts to, or when the speed sort of dies down, you kind of see everything just kind of load in. There's a system station nearby. A lot of blips going in and out off of planet. You guys know Dracona as a huge city planet. There's spires of marble that just jut out of the surface of the planet, and just cities have been built around it.
Cool.
Whether it's just ancient architecture or if it's natural, no one really knows. There are theories, of course, that it can be ancient, but it's a huge trade hub of the system of Valhalla.
Don't worry, guys,
so yeah,
I
that's
know my
what-
way around these parts. I grew up in this place. Stick with me, you'll be safe.
Yeah, you're from Dracona.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I radio up saying that we've reached the planet and we'll be able to dock after communicating with the planet. That we'll be able to dock within the hour.
yeah, you're plugged into the intranet of the system of the ship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you are also getting a lot of those blips and stuff that were coming on the comms. You're getting directly fed into your brain. So you're like, oh, we must be here because of the traffic.
Mm-hmm.
It took you a little longer than you expected, Sal, but we finally made it. A couple wrong turns, but through a little bit of re-navigating and you probably correcting the ship's path, you guys finally made it to Scorpa. Yeah, there's where would you guys like? Do you guys want to try to land?
Yes, I would like you to
Um,
land.
Colin-
On Dracona?
Yeah, on Draconia.
Is there like a place that you meant to land on, like a
There's
port or a harbour? Or...
yeah, there are ports for these ships. With more, I feel like with more populated planets, they would be more organized, and with planets like Scorpa,
Yeah.
like it's
There's,
just kind of like wherever.
Yeah. Well, on Scorpa, yeah, you could probably go anywhere, but a lot of the government on Scorpa, which I have to probably look up, but the government on Scorpa would actually.
Oh, dude,
They're all
Swagula's in
about-
chat. He runs his own D&D stream. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, buddy. Welcome.
Welcome, everyone. Good to see you. I
good to
followed
see
your stream. I love it.
Hello.
I will
Love
follow
it,
it.
Swagula.
So yeah, there's the interplanetary or the interplanetary protection force holds a grip on this planet. They're not. It's kind of a joke, but the government's kind of a joke, but there's a lot of other families and political factions that can actually outmaneuver the IPF, but they still are probably the best. They have the best hold of Dracona just for interplanetary and galactic trade reasons. But yeah, so they pretty much don't like it when you just land anywhere. You can be fined.
I think it's against the law to not land in a designated landing zone, everybody. So if we could all fasten your seatbelt, sit down, and we'll come into port any minute now, no doubt, probably.
Okay.
Yep, that's all I have to say. Bye, guys. Thank you.
I just, I turn around and I go, Grog, I'm the only one here.
I look at you. I look at you. Oh yeah. I'm used
It's
to
like-
a bigger cruise.
You get a message on the comm pops up just says thank you.
Yeah.
There's
Over
a
and out, everybody. That was Grog. Thank you very much, and good night.
there are 4 seats in the cockpit for just additional passengers. Ardash, you're in one of them, whichever one you can pick. Grog, you are in the one behind him, next to him. So you're just not even in a co-pilot seat. You're just enjoying the ride from
Talking
Grog,
out loud.
from your Grog baby seat.
Talking into the communication on the,
Yeah.
like the comm thing.
It's literally
So
just a stool that he's pulled over.
Yeah. Spinning. It's just spinning around, looking at.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we're here. So yeah, you open up a channel to one of the ports.
And I'm like, Sal, could you open up communications to the landing dock? Because I'm going to be taking her in.
Please allow me to come and assist.
And I just go, sure.
You guys hear coming behind you, Colin, and behind you, Grog. Coming from the next room, you hear a hollow call.
I pick it up. Hello, everybody.
So you get out and go to the other room.
Yeah.
So you sit down in the comms chair and you press the green flashing button.
The thing with Grog is his brother is like a comms man, so he's picked up
Yeah.
all this lingo that he thinks he's really clever about saying. Hello, this is Grog speaking. How can I help you?
A video opens up. Video feed of a gentleman wearing like some sort of triangular, like a cadet hat, but it's definitely it sits in the front of his head, and the bill is like here, and he's very militaristic. And he goes, "Hey, do you have docking codes?"
Yes, docking codes. About the docking codes.
A text like pops up, almost like a little feed pops up on the comm screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like next to it, and there's just like a series of 10 numbers.
Alpha,
Next to it.
Alpha, Tango, Bravo, G, G for Grog, Hotel.
Sir, is there somebody else more able that can actually?
No, thank you
speak?
very much. This is Grog speaking. Grog on the mic right now. I repeat, Alpha,
Roll a,
Bravo, G, H, Hotel.
Roll a persuade, Grog.
Cool. Okay. So that's what 2d6.
2d6 plus your skill in.
I feel it's nothing. I don't
Probably
think
nothing.
the switch. I will check though.
Yeah, you have -1.
Okay, thank you. So 2d6 -1. I rolled a 3.
Great. He goes, hold on, we're scanning your ship. Is Sir Phineas Drakbottom there, the ship's captain? Please put Phineas
Oh
on.
wait, no, he blew up. Let me put you through to.
Excuse me?
He had to go on a business meeting, sir, and he will be with us back shortly. Let me put you through to my assistant, Mr. Robot. And I press a button.
A video
You
feed
just
pops
press the
up.
mute button and leave
yeah,
it.
and then I walked away.
It sends to
Robot,
me.
there appears to be someone on the mic asking. I
Are
go
you
down to the
heading,
engine room.
Well, Sal, you're heading up to the bridge to help Ardash, correct?
Sure?
Yes, he is.
Oh, sorry.
So? Yeah.
Sorry, it just keeps coming in and out.
Okay, it's okay. You're heading into the bridge, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm already up there, but I'm behind. Like, there's a hollow screen, and I'm like behind it so that it can't see me, and I refuse to go past it.
Okay, so yeah, there's like the hallway of the there's a hallway that's intersecting with the comms room, and you just don't want to walk because you know that.
I'm like, I'm not supposed to exist.
Oh no, mechs can exist. It's just very rare. A lot of them don't exist anymore because they're either sold for scraps or slavery, or the ones that have survived the screen at least have. So it's not uncommon. Actually, it's very uncommon, but it's not illegal to exist.
Okay.
But you can still be shy if you want. So it's fine.
Yeah, I'm still shy.
Okay. It's adorable.
I'm camera shy.
And, yeah.
He just like stands there, like right directly behind the holograph, and will not go past it. Just like
Yeah. Well, the hologram faces the door behind Grog, so you just stopped walking because you didn't want to peer around the doorway. Grog, you hear the clanging, and the clanging stops, and you're like, Mr. Robot. He's not there.
Mr. Robot, hello.
Did you mute or shut off the?
I just
the
muted it for a
holocom?
minute. I walked away.
Okay. The guy seems to be talking.
There's a man on the microphone. He wants some docking codes and wants to speak to you.
from the hallway.
Yeah.
You just hear like a very quick, like 02 Alpha Beta 6 2 Zeta 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 063. Like very very quickly though.
Okay.
Like-
He goes.
Like almost coding.
Okay, right. Let me go. I go back on the mic. Hello, sir. Sorry about that small interference right there. Were you having a little problem? But apparently the codes are. I look at the robot.
I did hear them. Thank you.
Oh,
You
okay.
did not. Yeah. I heard him. You just couldn't hear me apparently. But yes, thank you. I will forward these through. We're just gonna finish the scan here, and we will meet
Yes,
you
you
on your
do
dock.
the scan. I hope the scan goes well, sir, and everything goes according to plan. I
So do
will see you on the other side, as it were. Not that I'm going
Please
to kill you.
proceed to port 43. Thank you.
What's
And then he
this
just cuts out.
What's this error 404 I've got going?
Error 404. He says proceed to port 43. Do you relay this to Ardash?
Mrs.
Assume that
Dash,
you
I
know.
appear to have a port 43 open for you, which you would like to dock in.
So
Ardash,
you
can
hear
you get
the,
off your data pad for a minute, please?
Of course.
I would like
She's just
you.
texting her friends.
Yeah.
I went.
I would like you to enter my port 43. Wait, that sounded odd.
and I'm I've just been like chomping at the bit. I've been like going and trying to land it anyways, even though I like don't even have control of the ship right now.
Yeah,
but
you
I
start
keep just being like.
start breaking into the atmosphere of flames or jet flames lick from the edges of your ship. This is terrifying for someone who's never flown before. Sal, you've heard the holo turn off and you've made your way towards the.
And then I realized that I'm.
as soon as it clicks off, I just kind of like quickly like walk in
Yeah.
and like sit down at the co-pilot seat.
Yeah, as soon as the autopilot goes off, you just like it like is a switch in your thing that's like, oh, we're no longer on autopilot. I should.
Yeah. I should go.
And I'm just like.
Okay. So I'm gonna need. Who's assisting who here? Ardash, are you gonna try to assist Sal, or is Sal gonna assist Ardash?
I'm assisting Ardash.
Yeah, he's or it's assisting me.
So Sal, you roll first, and then we'll have Ardash do her rolls.
Okay. What should I roll for that chord?
Tech astronautics.
Okay.
I think. Otherwise, anyway, that's what it's going to be for today.
And that's 2d6 plus 1.
Tech, side tech, air, grab, land, space. Oh, vehicle space. Oh, you have +1. Yeah, you have space vehicle. Never mind. You also have astronautics. That's fine. Yeah, you have +1.
9.
Great. So, Ardash, you get a +1 in your roll.
Great.
Sweet.
So he can successfully help you out.
I call up Vox real quick, and I'm like, "Oh, Vox, could you not fire any guns at the Port 43, please? Thank you."
You rolled a. Why is my chat doing? Okay, so yeah, you just make it. You're going into land, and
It
you're
scrapes the bottom.
yeah. You start to scrape the bottom, and or no, you're like you think it's like you're not really spatially aware of the ship yet. There's still a lot more to the ship behind you that you
Right.
realized. So you're landing. You're like, I'm fine. I'm clear. But actually, you're not at all. And right when you start to press your descent, you're like, oh, we're good. You start descending, and then you feel, you feel a little scraping, and you're like, oh, that's weird. What's that coming from? And then Sal reaches over and just like slaps your hand off and goes,
Yeah.
and like moves you forward a little, and then you actually.
It's not even a slap. It's just a very deliberate grabbing of the hand
Just
and just
moving it.
moving it back to your lap and then doing it for you.
Take it from here. Yeah, and you land. There is a man with a clipboard, military man with a clipboard. On it looks like an old man.
Did we just teabag landing 443?
Oh,
Yeah,
can I
Yeah, you've just been watching inside the bubble that is the glass bubble that is the multifocal laser. Is that where you've been this whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've had the.
I
pretty
did
cool
come.
view.
No, I came down, but then I went and got back on the gun.
Yeah, of course. Why would you leave that? Yeah. All right. You probably saw from where you were. You're like, this isn't actually going to be a safe landing, and then you start hearing the, and then you're very close to the ground at this point, sitting in the bubble. There's two people out. Oh, I'm sorry. There's one person out there with a rifle strapped to his back. And
I just get on comms to Ardash, and I'm just like, sounds like you've got more junk in that trunk than you realise, and just hang up.
And I just go, it was Sal. And then
I'm sorry, I do not understand the reference to junk in the trunk. The ship is quite clean.
I make sure of it.
and I message back and go, yeah, shut up.
Right, so the gentleman obviously is waiting eagerly. He's getting a little impatient. He's kind of kicking some of the dirt.
Don't worry,
I go,
straightening his shirt a little. His bow tie. This is a different guy, actually.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't recognise. Hello, sir. We spoke earlier. My name is Grove.
He is probably played by Ian McClellan.
Oh, perfect.
you!
Exactly.
So I'd quite like to pass.
not pass.
I'd quite like to pass, sir. Okay.
You shall not pass unless you have docking codes. Yeah, he's kind of there waiting with his imperial hat, his militaristic cadet.
Sure, I'm going to have to take your staff. Sorry.
My staff is not around, thank you. I've sent them all off.
Yeah, you guys descend the ship, and this guy is kind of like, oh, hello, where's Phineas? Is Phineas, I presume? And he points to Vox. Actually, who descends first?
I'm heading out to meet this guy, so I might be one of the first.
Okay, so yeah, maybe he's just like,
Phineas.
I'm like
Mr.
looking how to...
Dratbottom, I presume.
Phineas is on a business trip. We are the acting crew.
So,
This is the captain currently. This is Mrs. Dash.
you're the captain. Oh shit, I beg your pardon, madam. And he takes
off his hat and gives you a little nod.
And I kind of like step from behind
You creep.
Grog, and I'm like, oh, hi.
You've been there the whole time.
Yeah. And I go, yep, we're just watching. We're just part of Phineas's old crew. Yeah, it's the crew that he always had, but we're just
Roll
taking-
persuade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
and he's like,
Well, I just want to inform you that this ship belongs to a Mr. Mutton Jack.
Yeah, old pork chops. We know him. He's a friend.
Oh.
Of
Yes, I just. But is he around? Do you have your papers?
He might be on here, and I like point at my wrists, and I like press a couple of buttons. So the ones which I think might get Mutton Jack to.
Yeah,
to call.
yes.
roll a luck save.
Okay.
That's
It's just blind.
D20. Yeah, blind D20 on.
My persuade was a 6, by the way.
I rolled
Plus,
a 4 for luck. So.
Good. All right, so yeah, you start pressing buttons, and you can't seem to get Mutton Jack to pop out of your wrist like you've been seeing before. What did you say you're doing, Hadash? I'm sorry?
I rolled a 6 for persuasion.
Okay. Yeah, he.
He goes, well, it seems like that we have some files about Solace.
And he reads the docking numbers again. SOL, I think it's 1337. Just to keep it neat. And
he's like, for SOL 1337, and it seems like we have a bit of a issue. Phineas is a wanted man, and if you are associates of Phineas, then I believe you must be taken into custody.
No. We, what happened was, right, he was breaking the law because he was stealing the money off to Jack Mutton, and I tried to arrest him, and then that one threw a grenade, it accidentally blew everyone up, accidentally everyone died. So Phineas is actually dead, and then we shot his friend in the head by accident, like, because he was crawling around.
okay,
And my eyes just widen.
roll a persuade +1 because you're telling the truth.
Okay, 2d6 plus 1.
I mean, because you're telling the truth.
It's a
I'm
7.
doing this because you guys just told me something else. So, all right, yeah. Well,
You can kind of see Sal from like the cockpit, the
cockpit.
cockpit, whatever.
The Bay of Cock.
Yeah,
The Bay of Cock.
it's a awful cape.
From the cockpit window, you could just kind of see him like staring down, like watching the whole thing in the background.
Just like creepy.
Just like,
I hope they make it out alive. So
I like how I'm supposedly the creepy one. You're just there, like, hello, guys.
Fox, what are you doing during this whole time? Sorry, I mean, we haven't spoken to you in a while. You just got out of the gun, and are you behind everybody else?
Yes, I am. But I'm sort of trying to remain like off this guy's radar, if you know what I mean. Like I'm sort of standing back.
Yeah. So, and he's just like,
you're telling me that you shot Mr. Phineas, or you blew up Mr. Phineas?
I go,
Anyway, they are not available.
Basically, they did, didn't they?
anymore.
there was a bit of a mix-up. That's what I
Yeah,
said.
this Finbar
And,
chap, right? We killed him.
And so we were actually we were hired by
Magical
Mutton
thing.
Jack to retrieve his ship. So we're just trying to figure out all the thorny details with the paperwork, just so we can get him his rightful ship. I know he does have the registration in there with his name on it, but yeah, Finian, and I say his name like that, totally wrong.
Yeah.
And he was trying to pull a fast one, and there were some issues, and anyway, Scorpa's dealing with it. We just need to get the ship back.
Do you have any proof of Mr. Phineas's
Why don't you call Mr. Mutton Jack? Because he'll tell you.
any proof of his death?
I go, no, see, that's the thing. He ran off, and we thought he was dead, so we of course had to get the ship back.
Noise.
Oh, well, okay. Well, if you could get in touch with Mr. Mutton.
Whoever has
you,
background noise from a woman speaking, would you mind muting?
I don't know.
Sorry.
I'll do my best though.
yes. So he's where was I? Yeah, he's
He fell on some
If you
bullets.
could,
Total
if you can get Mr. Mutton Jack On comms, I'm sure we can speak to him directly and see why you have his issue.
Anyone?
No, I fire right back at him, and I go, as I told you, it's not his ship. It belongs to Mutton Jack.
That's
We're
what I said.
retrieving Mutton
Why
Jack's
Why don't we
ship
call Mr. Mutton Jack
for
up?
him.
That's what I just
Not
if you
what
if you
your
just
man
heard
said.
me, I
And so
just
I,
mentioned
so I go,
calling
listen,
Mutton Jack.
you.
Well, see, you just didn't hear him. He said, "Call it."
Yeah. I go, listen, you. We're trying to figure it out.
Um,
and I'm
yeah.
like really heated.
Roll persuasion.
Excuse me, be nicely, old man. He's
Roll persuade on
probably
dash.
gonna die
So,
soon.
persuade. I have no persuade, so it's a -1.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
and he goes, ma'am, I need you to please
I need you to
refrain.
get off the rag.
Yeah. All right. Okay. He goes, ma'am, I need you to please refrain from your
And so I reach for
tendencies.
my gun. I go, and I'm like, oh, what is that supposed to mean?
I like put a hand on your shoulder. Like, this is an old man. We just need to call the pork man, and it will be all right.
And so I just hit really quick. I just hit Mutton Jack's communicator and just shoved my wrist into his face.
Okay. The call waits. It's really awkward as he just kind of like backs away from your wrist, and then finally he comes on. Just instead of watching Mutton Jack or Bob from from Teddy from Bob's Burgers talking to Gandalf.
Hey, buddy, how are you? These guys are. Well, I just wanted to make sure.
All right. So yeah, they.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. So my mistake. Yeah, don't worry about it.
And so that whole interaction happens, and he's like,
I'm very sorry, sir. Everything seems to be in order. You may proceed. We will pin these papers through. Just make sure you guys register this new ship in your name so we could avoid this happening in the future.
And I just go.
You just see Sal waving from the window, just
okay.
just like trying to see if it's like okay.
Everything good?
Set.
Do you need my help, silly girl?
Yeah, as you guys walk away, or like walk with him down the corridor into the city streets, you guys kind of just like look back at the Solace, and you just see the robot waving. Good? Everything good?
I'd put my.
Like, so you don't actually see any emotion. You just see.
I put a thumbs. I give him a thumbs up on my way out. It's going really
just
well.
ignore
Don't
him.
worry.
And as we're walking by the ship, I bang on the protector of the gun because I haven't. Well, I see Vox just kind of still like looking in the guns and like swirling around, and I'm just gonna like gung 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 gung, like to get him to follow.